Probably dumb, but why is healthcare tied to your job? In the US, the historical reason is something like, it's a perk jobs started offering to attract workers. See comment below mine. It has more info on why the current reason is that the system was never overhauled. It's my understanding that it was a loophole during WW2 that allowed companies to offer an additional incentive when hiring while wages were capped and war rationing was in full effect. The employer paid the majority of the health insurance cost in the background, buying the employees a perk without giving them payment directly. That is still the mechanism by which it is tied to your employer. You are free to buy your own plan, but without that employer help it will cost a lot, like $800 a month for fairly basic health insurance for a single person. The fact that the true cost of health insurance is hidden this way is definitely why a lot of people are against universal healthcare that requires a 5 tax. They don't realize their health insurance is already a lot more expensive than that. Employers work with insurance companies to craft bespoke healthcare plans not available to others. They then subsidize the cost of those plans between 50 and 90. Why? To retain employees. They act as golden handcuffs. Employees can't jump for a better offer because their spouse or child has medical needs that is dependent on the company's health plan. It's not about the money anymore. Employers win. In most of the world it isn't. To keep the wage slaves where they belong, generating capital for the masters. I am a medical biller and coder, and I can't afford health insurance. Mine isn't. I use the NHS. Many jobs offer healthcare as a benefit to their employees. You can still purchase healthcare separate from your employer. My employer offered you money back if you declined their health plan for an alternative. It forces you to accept exploitive working conditions with a threat of illness and financial ruin to your family and you. It's basically slavery with extra steps and uses fear in place of direct violence. Capitalism run amok. You should always post country, cause a lot of countries are not that fucking dumb, and I was so confused when I read this. So if you are between jobs, you are between healthcare. The US is really the dumbest country in so many respects. Almost like, what are all the smart countries doing? We have to do the opposite. So corporations have control over you. Makes it harder to leave, unionize and go on strike, etc. It's American way to keep on slavery light. To prevent workers striking. Normal places aren't like that. In civilized countries it is not. Bargaining power. Deals are better for employers than they are for individuals. Then the employers can use healthcare to entice talent. Only in the US, my dude. During World War II, companies needed something to attract workers when salaries were capped. They used healthcare to recruit badly needed workers.